Have you ever experienced a moment so perfectly timed that it made you stop and question reality itself? You think of someone you have not spoken to in years, and moments later, your phone lights up with their name. You search for an answer to a problem that has weighed on you for weeks, and it appears unexpectedly in a conversation, a book, or a passing comment. These moments feel personal, almost intimate, as if the universe noticed you. They linger longer than ordinary events because they feel different. They feel charged with meaning. Many people dismiss them as coincidence, yet they remain unsettled by how precise they feel. This is where the mystery of synchronicity begins. Synchronicity is a term introduced by Carl Jung to describe meaningful coincidences that cannot be explained by direct cause and effect. Unlike simple chance, synchronicity suggests a connection between inner experience and outer events. Jung argued that these moments are not random, but instead linked by meaning rather than mechanics. A thought and an event align without one causing the other. This challenges how we usually understand reality. We are trained to believe that events must have physical explanations. Synchronicity quietly resists that idea. It asks us to consider that meaning itself may be a connecting force. At the heart of synchronicity lies a tension between randomness and pattern. From a scientific perspective, improbable events are not only possible, they are inevitable. Given enough people, enough thoughts, and enough daily interactions, coincidences will occur. The birthday paradox shows that shared birthdays are far more common than intuition suggests. The same logic applies to thinking of someone and then hearing from them. Statistics alone can produce moments that feel extraordinary. Yet knowing this does not fully dissolve the feeling that something deeper is happening. The emotional impact remains. The human brain is a powerful pattern detection machine. It evolved to find meaning quickly, even when none exists. This tendency kept our ancestors alive, helping them spot danger and opportunity. However, it also leads us to see connections where there may be none. Confirmation bias encourages us to remember the hits and forget the misses. We recall the times our thoughts aligned with events, but ignore the countless times they did not. Over time, this selective memory strengthens the illusion of significance. What feels rare may actually be common. Another cognitive force at play is apophenia, the tendency to perceive patterns in random data. We see faces in clouds, messages in numbers, and meaning in coincidence. Once an idea captures our attention, the world seems to echo it back to us. This does not mean the experience is fake. It means the mind is actively shaping perception. Reality is filtered through expectation and focus. What we notice feels amplified. The coincidence becomes louder because we are listening for it. Yet, synchronicity is not only about flawed perception. Jung believed that the psyche and the external world are not as separate as we assume. He proposed the idea of a collective unconscious, a shared psychological layer containing archetypes and universal symbols. According to this view, humans may resonate with similar themes at similar times. External events may mirror internal states because both arise from a deeper shared structure. This does not require magic. It suggests alignment rather than causation. Meaning becomes the bridge. Attention plays a critical role in how synchronicity appears. When we are emotionally focused on a problem, relationship, or fear, our awareness sharpens around related information. We begin to notice things we previously ignored. A song lyric, a sign, or a conversation suddenly stands out. The world did not change, but our attention did. This shift can feel like the universe responding. In reality, it may be consciousness tuning itself to relevance. Meaning emerges from awareness. Philosophically, synchronicity sits at a crossroads between determinism and free will. If events align meaningfully, does that imply a hidden order guiding life? Or are we simply interpreting chaos through a personal lens? Some see synchronicity as evidence of fate, a script unfolding beyond our control. Others see it as participation, where meaning arises through engagement rather than predestination. The question remains unresolved. Perhaps both views coexist. Meaning may not be imposed or accidental, but relational. Eastern philosophies often approach this mystery differently. Rather than separating mind and world, they emphasize interconnectedness. Concepts like karma suggest that actions, intentions, and outcomes are woven together across time. From this perspective, synchronicity is not surprising. It is a natural expression of interdependence. Events align because nothing exists in isolation. The universe is not whispering. It is responding within a web of relationships. Humans are deeply driven to find meaning. Randomness is unsettling, while purpose offers comfort. When something painful happens, meaning helps us endure it. When something beautiful happens, meaning helps us treasure it. Synchronicity sits at the intersection of these needs. It offers a sense of dialogue with existence. Even if the connection is subjective, the impact is real. Meaning shapes behavior, emotion, and identity. Some critics argue that synchronicity is simply storytelling after the fact. We impose narrative on events to make sense of them. Life feels less chaotic when framed as a story. Coincidences become signs. Random meetings become destiny. This does not make the experience invalid. Stories are how humans organize reality. The question is not whether meaning exists objectively. It is whether meaning has power. Acknowledging synchronicity can change how people live. It can encourage reflection and awareness. People may pause more often listening to their intuition. They may become more attentive to patterns in their lives. This can lead to growth, creativity, or healing. Even if synchronicity is internally generated, its effects are external, meaning alters choices. Choices alter lives. There is also a danger in over-interpreting synchronicity. Seeing signs everywhere can lead to anxiety or loss of grounding. Not every coincidence carries a message. Not every alignment demands action. Discernment matters. Awareness should deepen clarity, not replace reason. Balance between openness and skepticism is essential. Meaning should support life, not control it. From a scientific standpoint, synchronicity remains unproven as an external force. There is no measurable mechanism linking thoughts to distant events. But science does not yet fully explain consciousness either. Subjective experience remains one of the greatest mysteries. Dismissing synchronicity entirely may be premature. So may accepting it uncritically. The unknown deserves humility. Perhaps synchronicity is best understood as a dialogue between mind and meaning. The universe may not be speaking, but we are certainly listening. In that listening, patterns form. Those patterns influence action. Action shapes reality. Meaning becomes a feedback loop. Whether the source is internal or external, the experience is transformative. Synchronicity often appears during moments of transition. Loss, change, love, and uncertainty seem to invite it. When identity shifts, awareness expands. The mind becomes more sensitive to connection. In these moments, coincidence feels charged. It arrives when certainty dissolves. Meaning fills the gap left by control. Some people describe synchronicity as guidance. Others see it as reflection. It may function as both. A mirror that shows us what we are already carrying. A nudge that invites attention rather than obedience. The danger is in outsourcing responsibility to signs. The power lies in using meaning to deepen self. Whether synchronicity is random or meaningful may be the wrong question. The more important question is what we do with the experience. Does it make us more conscious? Does it make us more compassionate? Does it invite curiosity instead of fear? Meaning is not proven by coincidence. It is revealed by response. In the end, synchronicity challenges our understanding of reality, not by providing answers, but by destabilizing certainty. It blurs the line between inner and outer worlds. It reminds us that perception shapes experience. Whether coincidence or cosmic whisper, it captures attention for a reason. Perhaps the universe is not speaking. Perhaps we are finally listening.